Flo Perry joins me now. Flo, it's great to see you.
Thank you.
How to have feminist sex. Now, what's feminist sex? Tell me what that is.
For me, feminist sex is all about having the sex that you want to have rather than the sex that you feel like you should be having.
Great.
It's like having sex free of expectations that you might have got from the wider media or porn or sex education in schools, and just having maximum pleasure for women in sex.
Such common sense. Love this book because it's full of illustrations. It's really funny. Yep. It's funny, and that's the thing, Flo, about sex. You can't be po-faced about it.
No,
because it's fun.
That's the point of it. Yeah.
You know, we often seem to forget that sometimes, that actually it's good fun, but it's got to be done on your own terms, hasn't it?
Yeah, I felt like there was a lot of conversation in the media about how sex was is a source of trauma for a lot of women. And I want to remind everyone through my book that sex is meant to be fun and a source of joy, and that's the point of it, really.
There's such a lot of pressure, though, I think, on younger women, far, far more than there was when I was growing up. There's access to porn. You can access porn everywhere now. You know, you can download it, you can do all sorts of things. And there's that pressure to be like those women. And that's really unrealistic, totally unrealistic.
Yeah, I feel like people think that that's the ideal and anything else is some kind of compromise, but that's not true. Like, not everyone wants a porn woman, and whatever you have, someone is going to be someone's ideal, because we all have different tastes. And I think that important thing is just to accept yourself as you are and know that even if you did look like a porn woman, you might not even be happier.
Indeed, there's that thing, isn't it? It's about confidence in yourself, and it's about the confidence to be able to say, actually, I don't want to do that. I'm going to do this. I don't want to do that, thank you very much. But it's that, what worries me is there's an awful lot of pressure on women to perform, if you like, whereas they shouldn't think that they have to do that.
No, you should. No. Sex is for you as well.
Exactly. No, of course it is.
Mainly.
And you go into that a lot in here. It doesn't matter. You know, you don't have. And we're all different. We've all got different bits. They're all, you know, nobody sort of conforms to this. You know, there's all different things going on. You sent it to the Love Islanders, which I'm really interested in. Now, why did you do that?
I'm a fan of Love Island. I've watched the last 3 seasons, and even though I am a big fan, they do a lot of stuff where I'm like, oh, I wish they were enjoying themselves more. I wish that they could relax about it and they weren't so worried about they were worried about the number of people they've slept with. There's always like a big moment in the show where they're like, don't judge me because I slept with 25 people. And I just want them to know that it's okay. Yeah. And that they're gorgeous and they should just enjoy their newfound fame and sexual power.
Exactly, but that's the thing that worries me. They're not even having a good time. You know, if they're not, just sort of think, is anybody having a good time?
I'm having a good time.
Thank the Lord. Thank you, Flo. This is good, because normally I've got people sitting on the sofa and they're like, no, and I want to say to them, just live your life and have fun and enjoy.
Yeah.
As long as you're not doing any harm to anyone else, you know, sleep with who you want to sleep with, do what you want to do, be who you're supposed to be, and don't feel, 'cause we're not here long.
We're not, no.
So enjoy.
Yeah.
I think it's the best idea. What would you like people... I love that it's actually hilarious, because it says, How to Have Feminist Sex, a fairly graphic guide. A fairly graphic guide. What would you like people to take away from this book, Flo?
I'd like everyone to know that sex isn't something to be ashamed of. Like everyone does it. And I think that it's good to be more relaxed about talking about it. Because I think some people even struggle to talk about sex with the person they're having sex with.
Yeah.
And opening those channels of communication is, like, really important for having the sex that you want to have. Yeah. And I want people to analyse their fantasies and work out what is that sex? What does that look like for them? And then talk about it with the person they're having sex with and try and have it, basically.
Yeah, and then talk with your pals.
Yeah, it's really fun to talk about sex with your friends. I think it's the best thing to talk about in the pub.
Exactly. Yeah, you want to hear a bunch of women talking about sex. Men would be scared. they would be scared. And your mum and dad, seal of approval?
I think they're proud of me. Yeah,
I'm not surprised. So, look, are we going to see more from Flo on other subjects?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like a career.
Well, I think you've nailed it here, to coin a phrase. You really have.
Thank you.
It's such a good book, and again, I love the fact you've done it with a sense of humour.
Thank you very much.
It's the most important thing. It really is. Thank you. The Love Islanders will have learned a lot from that book, as indeed have I. Thank you.